Oscar almost took out Lando in turn one. That was
Yeah.
crazy. He almost took it out. I was like, Charles can win. Then Russell would have won. But oh, can you imagine if they both go out of the race and Charles still does not win because of this stupid bullshit that Ferrari? He would have. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Kicks and Cup podcast, a podcast that unites checkered flags and offside flags. Joining me today is Honey Badger and Chakuni and Neil, and we are talking about Hungary. I have to laugh. I have to laugh. Bro, this is the t-shirt I'm wearing. Leclerc. I have to laugh. There is nothing. I have to laugh, otherwise I will cry.
I have to tell you, we are Ferrari fans and we're good people.
I'm not a Ferrari fan. I no, I am Oscar.
He's a
Team
Hamilton
Oscar.
fan. He's not a
You
Ferrari.
gave up
No,
already?
I can't care about Ferrari. I can't care about Ferrari. I'm sorry. But I need to not get grief from Formula One. I need to put all my energy into football. I'm desperately waiting for like next 12 days to pass. The first opening game of Premier League is Liverpool match, and I am so grateful. So grateful. I'm like, I get to
But
start
the thing
caring
is,
off for about football from Friday only. Don't even have to wait for weekend.
It starts from next week, right? Football or next one.
Next to
15.
next week.
Yeah. No, 15, 16, no?
15, 16, yeah. So,
So next week.
Oh, next. Yeah.
oh yeah, this is the current week.
Yeah,
But this
who
is
are
the first time I'm
Liverpool
like
playing?
watching pre-season games and all. Huh? I took membership of Liverpool.
For?
Yeah, I took membership of Liverpool, like
turning into a pure
All
sponsor.
Reds video and everything, just because so of all the preseason games, okay, the Stoke City one was behind closed doors, and I think there was AC Milan match that was on FanCode. So I got the match pass for the FanCode one. I know this is an F1 episode, but we'll just take a quick aside. So I got the FanCode match pass. I watched the AC Milan match. Then there was Yokohama, and I was like, it's fucking Yokohama, and it's like it's going to be in the afternoon, so it's fine. I was like, I'll just watch the highlights and everything. And then this Atletico Bilbao was a double header yesterday. It was one kickoff at 5 p.m. local time, the other was at 8. And I was like, fuck it, man, I have to watch it. It's going to be like the home debut of like all the new players that we have. So I was like, I have to watch it. So I was like, All Reds video, I signed up and everything, took membership and all. I was like, I have to. And boy, was it worth it. It
What
was
was the
so
score?
worth it.
What was the score like?
So the first match was 4-1 to Liverpool. The other one was 3-2 to Liverpool. Won both.
Nice. Who scored?
The first game was like the B team, I would say. So Rio scored one, then Darwin Nunes scored one, then one was a own goal, and one was Harvey
I
Elliott.
love how Darwin Nunes is beat him now. He's not our main man.
Yeah, I mean, like as we record this, there are talks about him going to either Saudi or AC Milan. So it is not.
Yes.
It's not about his capabilities. It's just that
you should have
like
you
he's
should have
still.
made
But like our managers, like they still deserve to, like even Chiesa and Harvey and like Darwin, all of these players who are going out, they still deserve to have a preseason until their future is decided. Whatever team they are going to, like they still need to have a preseason. So like they're not excluding anybody from training. And then the next match was like more or less the main team. Virgil was not there, but it was like the main team. Salah scored, and Cody Gakpo had a brace. Hue Ekitike got one assist for the Salah goal, And Cody Gakpo was pretty much Salah missed a penalty, which I was happy about. I was like, get it out of his system now. Like, miss all the penalties you want to miss now. You can't have this.
Whatever you want to do, get
Did
it
they play
done now.
Florian?
Sorry,
Did they play Florian?
Yes.
Florian. Yeah. Oh, Florian was so good. He was so good. It was so good. Dude, we in attack we look so good. And if we get Isak also, then though I'm like, oh, fuck. It'll be very difficult to outscore us. I'm not saying that you can't score against us. I'm saying it'll be difficult to outscore us. But you like attack after attack after attack. And defense, of course, we need a centre back. Hopefully, we'll get somebody in. I don't know who it's going to be, but yeah, great
You
start.
have Virgil, who is the top two
Virgil Konate,
priorities.
Virgil
Oh,
Konate,
okay.
and then Joe Gomez. But
Gomez.
Joe Gomez is injured already.
Yeah.
So we do have of course, Endo can play there, and I don't think we'll be able to get rid of any of our left backs. So
Right back is Frimpong.
right back is Frimpong,
And Conor Bradley.
Connor Bradley, and Frimpong.
Left.
Left is Kirkes, Robertson, and Simicas. Simicas not leaving
you
only.
have Perkins as well.
Yeah, we have Kirkes.
Nice.
So
Good signing.
most likely, like even Robertson might be used as a centre back or something. But my point is that we still need like one proper centre back and then one maybe academy kid or something. But
Do we still
anyways,
have Thiago? No.
Thiago,
Alcantara.
Alcantara.
he's
No.
been gone for so
Last
long.
year also he was not there.
Yeah, he's left in 2023.
Same. Kloppo year. No.
No,
He left. It was the same farewell.
no, he left a year before Kloppo.
No.
Yes, he did.
They left together.
No, they didn't.
Yes.
No,
He left last year, I think.
last to last year it was Matip, Alcantara, all of them. They left together. Bobby, all of them left
No,
together.
Bobby didn't leave.
Henderson.
No, that is different. Anyway,
That is before Henderson.
Yeah.
Hendo was before. Anyways, we are talking. This is how painful it is as a Ferrari fan, quote unquote, that we just start talking about football. So hungry.
Guys, what do you think about
Yeah, not
what
at all hungry.
Lewis Hamilton had to say after the qualifying session?
I think
See,
he
this is
was
the
not as
exact thing.
depressed after Abu Dhabi 2021 as he was.
I was about to say this. That man had a championship stolen.
Stolen.
He was not this sad.
That did not break
Remember
him
this?
as much as 14 races with Ferrari, man.
Remember, guys, I told you, I would have loved Hamilton in Ferrari 2-3 years back, and not now. And I also quoted one thing: Ferrari has a very bad luck. Obviously, very bad strategies, very bad race strategies, all the pit calls and everything. And Hamilton has that luck factor. I was excited to
I
see
don't.
which factor dominates which factor.
No,
And
the
I was
Ferrari curse is
70%
strong.
sure that Ferrari would. I was 70% sure that
Hamilton
Ferrari
ran out of
would
his luck
dominate.
after he used all of it for the China sprint race, man. It's done. It's gone. That's it.
That's the
100%.
only win that Hamilton will have this season.
I don't
No, I
see
think
them-
there is one more win pending for Hamilton.
I think maybe
believe it will
Monza.
come in a
Maybe
bit.
Monza they do something. Like I was just thinking, remember Monza last year when we did not
Yes.
expect Ferrari to make a one-stop work, and they won despite McLaren being so fast and Oscar making that incredible move on Lando. Like there was so much drama. And we were like questioning, oh my god, what has Ferrari done? And they were so impeccable, and Charles won the race. I'm like, where is that team? Where did they go?
Sabbatical.
Was it Carlos or was it? I want to know now. Was Carlos Sainz the one who made the decisions for the strategy? Because he's the only missing person I can think of right now.
I'm giving a prediction. There will be one wet race in the second half, and Hamilton is going to win it.
Bro, wet race in
I
Ferrari,
I
I'm
have that feeling
traumatized.
like Hamilton pulls out like those, the old Hamilton moves wherein like you can't see him winning from any fucking way, and he just goes out, wins it,
Yes.
and just we all just go gaga, and fucker retires after that. And if he does that, I am done with this. That's fucking it from me.
No, this it's not going to happen because the car is too unpredictable for him.
That's so sometimes like when it is very unpredictable or when it is really non-drivable, that's when Hamilton pulls out the genie.
No, but
That
but you can't equate the brilliant drives of Mercedes to Ferrari because he's not had enough time, as much time as he had in the Mercedes.
true.
Also, Mercedes for most part was constant. It was some days where it was undrivable, but still like Lewis had enough experience.
Also, they
Right now it
fucking
seems
heard
like
what he had to say. I remember those radios with Bono where if Hamilton said I'm staying out, Bono would be like, okay.
yeah, they
Here
were
it
was
is
just very
not that.
like
Here if Hamilton says I want to stay out, they're like, no, you pit.
did you
You
see
pit right fucking
what
now.
they how they screwed over Charles also?
Yeah.
Very bad, man. Falling for the traps of McLaren.
No, not just that. They put in more pressure, more air in the tires to make sure that the plank wear does not happen in case they're randomly
Yeah.
selected for testing. That's why the final stint was so bad. They increased the tire pressure. And that's why
True.
Charles was like, if these issues are happening, there I can find a different way to manage it. Like, don't just do stupid shit without telling me, you fucking idiots. That's what he was talking about.
That long thousand word essay that he
Oh
went
my
on to
god. Yeah,
talk
I'm
on
just
radio.
like, bro. Just like, sometimes you
Charles
just have
does
to
a
like,
whole debrief. Charles Leclerc in a lot of his radios, he just does the entire debrief of the race in the radio. He's like, you did this wrong, this
but
wrong, this
sometimes
wrong.
sometimes it's like you just need to like say things out loud even if you're not talking to somebody, just say it out loud so that it's out of your body. And I thought like, has he just pressed the radio but he forgot to switch off the radio? He's just
I think his therapist has recommended that you need to voice your thing.
yeah, you need to
You
do
need
it
to
right there.
you need to be
Need
heard.
to be
So he's
assertive, Charles. The
no.
therapist is
His
also a
therapist
fucking
has
Ferrari
would have said
fan. He's like, I'm tired, man. I want the championship to come to Italy, dude.
the pit wall is not listening to me. At least my fans will listen to me. Listen to what I go through. Just somebody listen to me.
Just
I
imagine,
honestly
man,
think
Charles
Lewis
driving
might be
through.
like, fuck it, I'm not coming back only.
Bro, he has some shady
Yeah.
post. 8th August. Something. Either he's launching something or something. There is some shady post on his Insta. 8th August he's
Yeah,
releasing or
8th
something.
August. Either it's his music or it's his merch or he's fucking retiring. He's like, nah, I can't.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing, okay? I'll just say this. If Lewis Hamilton cannot change Ferrari, cannot help Ferrari, I don't think anybody can. Ferrari has become.
regulations might help.
No, they have the second best engine. Ferrari is the equivalent of Manchester United. They have the history, the legacy, and that's why they have the pull. The only thing different
And the
between
color.
Manchester United and Ferrari is that Ferrari has money. That's the only difference.
And Ferrari can pull a genie once and once every 10, 12 races they pull a genie where they will win something.
No, that
And they'll
that
keep you
United
that
also.
entertained.
No, United last season also they beat Arsenal at FA Cup when they were down to 10 men. They got a last minute winner against Manchester City. Those miracles they would do. The Leon game in the Europa League
Yeah,
semi
yeah.
final.
Final.
They reach the final. They will do so. Like that way, Ferrari is okay. But like they have all the history, so they have the pull. But like in terms of results, there's nothing.
And you don't understand what the manager is doing because they look as clueless as someone you just give the help
But yeah,
to.
but like
Like,
what else? What else is left to change at Ferrari? They've changed team principles. They've changed drivers. There has been a fucking regulation change also. Like what else need to change?
I think the mindset that we are Ferrari, I think that needs to go because you just can't win because of the legacy. We've seen that with Williams. They shat on that legacy for so long that they couldn't do anything. And since last 2 seasons, I am really seeing a change in Williams. They
But but
are a
but
proper
Williams,
mid card.
bro, the Williams thing only happened in like late 2000s. And like it's not been that long. Like they were still competitive, but not the
Yeah, they no,
heyday.
they have not been competitive before Ferrari. Ferrari
No,
won
but
very recent.
no, they had an incredible 2014 season when it was who's that person who's been crying about Singapore 2008 man? Felipe Massa
Asa.
and Valtteri Bottas. They have an incredible record of joint most points scored by a constructor in a single race. Because the 2014 Abu Dhabi had double points being awarded so that the championship could get decided on the last race. And so, because Lewis finished first, and then it was, I think, was it, did Nico finish on the podium or not? I don't remember, but it was either 2-3 or 3-4. But like because there were double points, no other team has ever had that much haul of points in a single race because it was double points. So
Yeah, but they
Williams,
did not win any constructors or any individual championship, right? Ferrari has won it very
they
recently.
finished third in the constructors, second or third in the constructors. I think it was Mercedes, Ferrari, and or maybe Red Bull. I don't know, third or fourth. Like, but I think Williams has been a back marker and like no hope at all since George Russell came in. I'm not saying it's because of that, but I'm saying it's that recent. And now, yeah, but whatever it is, like for just I can't. Just 12 days, 12 more days, and then football will be back, and I will be like, fuck it. I needed this break. I needed this break. I actually needed this break. Let's talk about something other than our pain. Let's talk about McLaren.
Bortoleto. I want to
Bortoleto,
talk
Yeah.
Bortoleto.
we will talk about him also. Um, good job, Lando. He got lucky.
Yeah.
He had a shit start, but he made the one stop work for him. So
And to everyone who is saying that McLaren in this race preferred Lando, actually I think they preferred Piastri. Lando was very adamant that he did not want to do the two stop, and
no,
that
it
gave
was
him the
it was based on the situation how it unfolded. I don't think Lando anticipated losing two places at the start of the race. I don't know how he
I
did
mean,
not because his track record has been like really really bad. But he did not
no,
anticipate that
my point is,
happening.
but everyone is saying that Lando won Hungary because the team preferred him,
Man,
and
I'm tired
I
of
don't see.
stupid. I'm just tired of stupid F1 fans. Like, fuck off. Fuck off.
I will have my Lando bias. Okay, I am his neighbor. I will have my Lando bias. Please let me have my
Have your biases and everything. Just get out of my face, man. I don't like Lando at all. But I'm just like, cool, I get it. You don't like a particular driver. Good. Stop being stupid on the internet. Be stupid in private to people who will listen to you.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's not possible because stupid people don't have people.
No, they probably do. They probably have as stupid people around them as they are.
I did not
That is why
equate the
nobody
most
corrects
stupid
them.
people.
I don't
I
know.
did not equate the most stupid people.
I don't know. I don't feel like engaging in Formula One, any social media also anymore. The only reason I'm like,
We
I
have
have to do this,
we
like,
have Kramer for that, who does things with that.
but like I have to, I just look at the news because I'm like, okay, we have to record an episode, so we have to know what is happening in the world of Formula One. But other than that, I'm like, fuck it. I do, I do not care. This is the first. I'm not interested in whether Max Verstappen ends up at Red Bull or Mercedes. I do not give a
Yeah.
shit. And there's
I think
nothing
he
that
stays
is
at
like.
Red Bull. I think he's made it very clear.
I don't care either way. Is the point I'm trying to make.
So this a year back, it used to be a news.
Yeah.
It's a hot news, but whatever.
Every single year we have recorded an episode on where what we think the
Silly
grid
season.
next year would look like.
Yeah.
This year I'm not even tempted. I'm like, who the fuck cares? Like, who cares? Like, this is what Ferrari has done to me.
It's
Sporting
not about
tasting.
Ferrari also. So I'll tell you one thing. There are so many young faces who are not impacting the way youngsters used to. Particularly in this season, take an Isaac Hadjar or Bortoleto. Obviously, he had a good race this Hungary, but Esteban Ocon, gone case, nowhere. Okay, and who are there?
Gasly?
Who are the youngsters? Ollie Bierman,
Ollie. I think the
not
Haas
creating
is
an
just
impact.
shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So previous seasons we had at least one or two youngsters constantly creating an impact,
Hmm.
one or the
I
other
don't think,
race,
but I don't
which
think
made you
we've had that since that batch of Lando, Russell, Albon, and Charles.
Max, Charles, that
Charles
entire
technically
batch
was
of
never no sorry Max was never technically in F2, but like these all of these guys, like I think that was the last batch
no,
where
like
like
the
youngsters
young
actually
generation when they
excited
came
us.
in, the young generation, these
up
guys
until
made
Mick
us.
it was fine.
Yeah. I mean, like the Baudelaire thing is the closest because Charles finishing fourth in a Sauber is
Yeah.
Baudelaire finishing sixth in a Sauber. Pretty much the same thing. But still, it Gabriel Baudelaire, and I think Alonso said also if he was British, we would
Yeah.
all be talking about him. And like I don't have a British
Mhm.
bias. I'm just not invested in F1 anymore.
No, I think the talk about Bortoleto is subsiding or subduing more so because of everything else that is surrounding the sport or the conversation. Like, let's take for example, if you won't more so have a talk about someone finishing P6 because you are so much invested in people finishing P1, P2, P3, or what happened between Max and Lewis because you have so many big names to cover. Bortoleto is someone who's
We literally started this episode being like, "Kya baat karna hai about Hungary?" Like, there's literally nothing to talk about. The
I'm talking about
McLarens,
no, I'm
no,
talking
but the
about the media
McLarens
bias.
are far enough away from the rest of the grid that
Yeah.
nobody gives a fuck. Third place finish is always going to be a different person, and in the grand scheme of the championships, it does not matter because McLaren has wrapped up the constructors also. Like they can stop winning anything and they would still win the constructors. Um, uh, what else? Lando and Oscar, like there's a battle that we should be like talking about, or it's like
Interested,
waiting to
yeah.
happen, but like it always comes a little bit too late. Like in Silverstone there was too much of an advantage to Lando with like that bullshit penalty that Oscar got, and everything. We did not get the battle. Canada, we were going to get the battle, but then Lando did a stupid thing and crashed.
Yeah.
Hungary, we could have gotten a battle, but they ran into back markers, so then we had to still wait. And by the time
And
they
then
both had clean
PS3
air,
almost.
but like by the time they had clean air, it was like 2 or 3 laps left. I think like when that battle occurs, we need at least like a good 6-7 laps for us to be able to enjoy that battle.
I'm waiting for that Lewis Nico type teammate battle or
It
the
is not
Max
going to
Ricardo type
happen.
teammate
It is
battle
not going to happen.
where they go lap by lap, just attack each other from every
Like,
fucking race.
think about what Nico Rosberg has said about what it took for him to finally beat Lewis Hamilton in equal machinery. Like what all he used to do, like
Yeah.
mentally, where all
That
he was,
extra 10
like
grams if I can lose from here, then I
yeah,
would do
from here
that
and
if
there.
I could.
He would do.
Yeah.
He changed his gloves. This that. Do you think Lando is doing that? Do you think Oscar is doing that? They're not. Like
I don't think they
Oscar,
give a
the
fuck.
good thing is no, but like with Oscar, the thing is that between Oscar and Lando, I think Lando is more mistake prone than Oscar. Oscar
Yes.
has had some questionable things. I think I would say Hungary, the strategy, it was like they had different strategies and one was bound to fail. Like if they were both on equal strategies, then we would have maybe seen who's a better driver under similar circumstances, but like that did not happen. And then what was the race before Silverstone? I
Uh,
don't even fucking remember.
oh, before Austria?
Austria, was it?
No, Austria happens after Silverstone.
No, Austria happened before Silverstone. It was Silverstone, Spa,
Yeah.
and then Hungary.
Yes.
Yeah, I
And
think
it was
so.
It
So yeah,
was.
it was Austria where he did make a strategy call, and then again, like it was too late, or he did not have the advantage that he thought he was going to have with the tires. So then it did not work again. So like he's had those things, but like in his driving, like the only time I saw any fault was when he was chasing Lando in Hungary when there was like just 2 laps left, and it it became like a mistake prone thing because it was getting desperate because there were only 2 laps left because like we wasted laps because of back markers and everything.
That
So
desperation came out in his driving also, like not just in that moment itself, but even before, like you could see that a mistake was going to happen.
yeah, because they were running out of time and the back markers were
Yeah,
getting in the way.
desperation
Huh. So, but still, I would say that Lando up until now has been more mistake prone. So I don't see that, like with Lewis and Nico, even with Lewis and Max, like the thing that used to excite us was that here are two drivers who are not going to make mistakes, who very rarely make mistake. So who is going to be that first person to slip up? Here we pretty much know that it is going to be Lando. There's a higher
or who's going to
statistically it
find
is
that
going
gap that
there's a
does not
higher
exist?
chance that it is going to be Lando, and then we are going to see how everything pans out. But like that perfection that we've seen from Seb, from Lewis, from Nico, from Max, from these multiple world champions, from Fernando, from Michael Schumacher, from Senna, like go back in the day, listen to any driver talk about all of these
No,
legends.
even
It's like
Bottas,
they're
if you
just
think about it,
impeccable.
Bottas also, he was not
He's
a
not.
like a champion or something. He is a multi-race
Yes.
winner, but Bottas, who used to never like have silly mistakes or something like that, he used to also like there were some
Yeah,
races with the battle between.
that was the comparison we used to do between Checo and
Yeah,
Bottas, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't see this. I mean, it is a close rivalry in the sense that they are two very good drivers. We don't have as many DNFs. They have papaya rules in place. Which Oscar almost took out Lando in turn one. That was
Yeah.
crazy. He almost took it out. I was like, Charles can win. Then Russell would have won. But oh, can you imagine if they both go out of the race and Charles still does not win because of this stupid bullshit that Ferrari? He would have. He would.
Fernando Alonso would have been on
Yeah.
podium.
Yeah, Alonso would have been on the
Fernando.
podium. So, this, like, on paper, if you just look at, like, if I just showed somebody without any context, if I just showed them points tally, they would think that, oh my god, this is such a close championship. But when I'm watching the races, it's
There's nothing
not
close.
it's not that fun.
It's actually very boring at this point. I would really say, like, after
I almost
5 laps,
want
10
I
laps.
almost want Red Bull to, like, start working again so that we can at least get Max Verstappen in the middle. Like, the Mercedes needs, like, a perfect ecosystem. You know, like how Earth as a planet, like, humanity exists because Earth is in Goldilocks zone. Like, that's Mercedes. That's how pristine the conditions need to be for Mercedes to be a race winner. And you can't expect that everywhere. Ferrari is just Ferrari, and like with
And
Red Bull,
somehow
Red Bull
still
is shit,
fucking
and they
second.
only have one drive. They only had one driver who could extract something from that stupid fucking car, and now even he can't. He's also like, man,
He
what am
was
I doing?
paced. He
It's
was
ridiculous.
paced. Max
Nobody
was
cares about him.
paced.
You know, also that Max and Lewis incident. Lewis did not even go to the steward's room.
Yeah.
This is like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Why? My break has already started. He was
If
already
Lewis would
in
have
break.
gone, Max would have received a penalty. Lewis was, fuck it. नहीं जा रहा
Lewis,
मैं.
it doesn't matter. I finished 12th. It doesn't matter.
Lewis doesn't care if he finishes P10. Like he has
Lewis
said
was
it on
already
radio.
on
It's
his.
just one
He
point.
was already
What,
on
why,
his
why
jet.
comment?
I'll fuck the debrief. I don't care. I'm going.
I am going home.
Don't want to
Mera-
be
mera
anywhere near
hotel.
anything Italian.
I want him to turn into a Kimi, not the Antonelli, the Raikkonen.
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 Very possible. The way Lewis is behaving, he fucking could be. He is like, they are giving me a penalty. Okay. Why? Okay. Fuck
I
it.
think Charles in one of the races had a radio that said, "Nah, leave me alone, please." Like,
Yeah, just
he
2 races
cannot. He
ago.
cannot be Kimi. Kimi was not this. Like, leave me alone, please, versus leave me alone. I know what the fuck I am doing. Two very different sentiments.
No.
I'll
Charles
tell
has
you
done
two
that also
funniest
in the
Ferrari
last race.
radios.
Charles in the last race did that also. Leave me, fucking leave me alone. I know what to do. I am doing what I can. Just leave me.
I am doing what I can is different than I know what to do. That is what I'm saying.
See, I'll tell you my top most funniest two Ferrari radios, which are very recent. One is
Can I guess?
must be the
Can I
water.
guess one? I know
Words
one.
of
One I can
wisdom.
guess.
Words of wisdom.
Must be the water. That's one thing. Second thing, told by Carlos Sainz, guys, stop inventing.
Let's
You
stop.
remember
Wait,
that? Guys, stop inventing.
Stop
In
and
Silverstone.
yeah. Man. Just no. We might have to just make this podcast kicks only. I know we were
Kick
we
the
were
curb out.
we were
Yes,
We are
curbs
kicking
only.
the curb out.
I'm
We are
telling you,
kicking the
there's
curb out.
something really wrong with the. I don't know if it's the broadcast or if the narrative or. I'm not sure. I'm not enjoying one bit of the race. Even the first lap or first 5 laps is also not exciting anymore.
Yeah, everybody goes into management. Everybody wants to do like one stop. There's no fight even between Lando and Oscar. Like, it's not that close a fight. I mean, points wise, I get it, but like on every track, it's like one driver has a distinct advantage, or like distinctly they're never closely matched. Like, there is enough difference between them that we can just be like, we know which driver is going to be on pole and who is going to win and everything.
what I was trying to say is no, none of the teams are trying to gamble or take a risk like Mercedes
Yeah,
used
yeah,
to do. That is, I
they're
think
not.
that's one of the reason why the races are
Yeah,
getting boring.
Also,
it feels like we'll not get a race like Monza 2020 or Hungary 2021 where you're getting out of the world winners, or like
No.
well, you're just going to get something absolutely crazy bonkers. Like
Eric,
last season, to an
See,
extent, it was like okay, anybody can win for a little bit in the season. Anybody could win. Like starting was Max Verstappen, and then all of a sudden it was like anybody can win. So there was still something in the season, not in terms of the championship, but there
this
was
season is completely
this
a
season
dead
is
rubber
gone.
for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think only the race which I got excited by watching was
Monaco.
Silverstone, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Monaco. Yeah, I forgot. I should have kept it as well.
The race of champions. Okay, so we'll do a mini season review, and let's. It could be a test also. What has been your favorite
It's
moment?
over.
Yeah,
The
but what has been your
review
favorite
is over.
moment of the season so far?
words of wisdom. I can't
Must
get
be the
that out
water.
of my head. I
Must
really
be the
can't get
water.
that out of my head. The words of wisdom radio. That radio should not exist, but it does, and I am
T1,
all
I
for
feel.
it.
The T1.
No, water.
Must be the
Uh,
water.
Water.
must be the water.
That
For
was,
me, it was
and Charles was so unapologetic for it. He's like, please add this to the words of wisdom. It's just that he was like, I can't with these people. They don't understand anything. I just can't.
for me it was Nico Hulkenberg podium,
Oh yeah, that was
Mm.
also very good. Yeah,
and China sprint win, of course.
Lulu.
Back when I had
The
hope.
Delulu for Lulu.
Yeah, when the
The
Delulu
Delulu
was
for Lulu.
strong. Yeah.
Sure. There is that in I forgot there is one influencer on Instagram. He has like brought out all the records that Lewis has for all the races. He's like Ferrari. These are everything that you have to break this year. Be ready.
They just
You
might,
have
man. They just might. They just might. They are Ferrari. I will put nothing
Lewis.
past them. Anyways, yeah, that's
I
it.
think
That's
Lewis
it.
has never finished below P5 in Hungary. This was the first time he finished out of points in Hungary. In
Yeah.
his entire career. This was the first season he finished outside points in Hungary.
I
I think he was
cannot
lapped for the first
believe
time
that
also.
I am right now sitting here thinking it would have been better if he had just retired.
Or stayed at Mercedes. The Mercedes is also
Yeah,
better.
like staying at Mercedes would have been better, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. From next week onwards, we are just going to be kicks. No curbs. We're kicking out the curbs. I'm done.
Anyway, we don't have races for 1 month, right?
Yeah, thank fucking God.
Oh yeah.
So,
We'll be back with which race again? Second half starts with.
I think Zandvoort.
I hate that track, man.
It's been okay. I would say it's.
I don't like that track.
I have mixed feelings about that track. I in general have a problem with smaller tracks. The only small track that I don't have a problem with is Interlagos.
Austria, Interlagos.
Any track in which there is going to be like you've almost, I mean, to be fair, even in this race they almost lapped half the field. So
Hmm.
I I don't like such tracks. And Zandvoort again is a small enough track where that can happen. For some reason, I do not remember much of that happening in Brazil. And I think it's because it's mostly chaotic and you will have safety cars and any lapped cars will
Yes.
get to unlap themselves because Michael Masi is not in the sport anymore. The fucking moron. Could have just ended the race properly, could have let Lewis win his 8th and retire. Like, he would have just fucked off. He would have been like, I'm 8-time
We are a
world champion.
motorsport.
I can't do
We are a
anything
motor-
else. Yeah. He would have just gone. We would have been happy. We would have all supported Max
Toto?
Verstappen.
That's called the motor race.
My god, this fucking...
We went car racing.
We could all have been happy, but no. We have to now sit through
He was... Michael Masi was this close to saying, vroom, vroom.
this
He was
cargo
this
room
close.
Yeah.
I feel if you would have said that, Toto would have gone and slapped him. He was that close. Like we saw the Bose headphone breaking. We saw him flipping things in that race. Like we
Oh
saw
my God,
everything from Toto.
that had so much
First-
drama, like,
He would have sent a formal email first.
yeah. The amount of earphones that were sacrificed in that season alone. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Bose broke the partnership with Mercedes because of that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't show people how fragile our headphones are.
I'm like, to be
And
very
Toto
honest,
wrote a,
that was
Toto
a
wrote
very
a formal
hard blow.
email saying that
Yes.
you need to make them stronger. Like, dude, what the fuck? I'm allowed to express my emotion. Do you not understand? We are making
Right?
history.
No, so Toto broke 2 headphones that season, and both the headphones that he broke, like that was a proper throw. I don't think any headphone in the world could survive that.
And it's a hard build. It's a good build actually, the Bose headphones.
But that throw by Toto, the final throw was out of this world.
Oh my God.
He just went batshit crazy. He was like, "Fuck you, man."
I'm telling you, if
Let's
it
go.
wasn't for all the expensive computer screens and everything, he would have flipped the fucking table also. He
Yeah.
would have. He would have. He would have. Okay, I've tried to end this episode like 50 different times. We're done.
Yeah, we'll end it.
Yes. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
If you've reached till here, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell to always know when we post new content, and let us know your thoughts in the comments.